Hi everyone. Just a really quick update. I know I tend to get a little bit long-winded in these videos because I ramble kind of like I'm doing now. Um, my surgery date is this Friday. I have one more day to go, and I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit about how I'm feeling right now. Um, I I promised myself a while ago that I would be completely honest with myself. Um, Especially when it comes to the weight loss, because that's the only way that the weight is going to stay off. Um, so, with that being said, this is honest, 100% candid. I am terrified. Um, I have so many fears and so many doubts, and a lot of you are probably like, well, if you're having all of these doubts and all of these fears, why are you going through with it? I'm going through with it because at this point I have to. Um, I've been working so long and so hard to get this completed that I even put it on my bucket list on my website, which is down below. So, um, but it's not just that. I promise that after everything that I had been through and everything that I had started to try to accomplish in my life, that I would see this through to completion. So it's kind of like a self promise. Um, I'm hungry. I'm like, I know like a lot of you are going to be like, oh my God, fat kid is saying she's hungry. For all you assholes out there, let me tell you something. This cottage cheese and pudding are about all I eat. Well, drink. I have been on a 2 week liquid diet. I went from 316 to 37 to 307. My starting weight was 345. You do the math. And when I started, I was ashamed. I was terrified. I thought that my life was basically over if I didn't go through with this surgery. And then I soon realized that if I didn't go through with this surgery and I continued down the path that I was on and eating the way that I was, because it wasn't that I was eating completely unhealthy, it was that my portions were wrong. I was eating too many carbs, not enough protein. I wasn't working out like at all. I found Zumba. I got a personal trainer. I'm working. I just like this is still wet from the personal training session this morning and the shower afterwards. Um, and I work so hard. It's not easy, but it's worth it. I mean, I'm already saying, getting looks on my, when I go down the street, I'm getting looks. I've gotten comments of, wow, your ass looks really great. I can feel my collar, like I can do this and feel my collarbones just by putting my hand right here. Whereas before, all I felt was, fluff. And probably can't see it, but yeah, I have a muscle. Yeah, yeah, I have a muscle. It's not much of a muscle, but it is a muscle. See, that's relaxed. That's the muscle. Okay, so it's not much, but it's better than I was. Um, I decided to love myself completely and totally. And for the first time in a very long time, I'm happy. I'm terrified, but I'm happy. And I can't express enough that for someone going into this journey and for someone going into this surgery, you have to love yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself enough to go through with it and to do every single step to the fullest of your capabilities, you're going to fail. And and even though I'm not perfect, and even though I made some mistakes, excuse me, along the way, I learned from them, and I grew from them. And this journey is never ending. Um, Protein shakes are going to be in my diet for the rest of my life. I'm going to have to get B12 shots for the rest of my life. Um, so I mean, this is definitely not something to be taking too lighthearted, but it's worth it. It really is. I feel so much better. My hip had been out of place for the past week and a half. And believe it or not, I did it by sleeping on my couch. Go figure. But, and I threw it back in, and instantly that was the only pain that I had had. Like once it had gone back in and the muscles had started to heal up, I was in no pain, whereas before I was in pain all the time. It hurt to walk, it hurt to breathe. I was so depressed, and now, and because I've taken this, you know, honesty policy, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm positive, and I don't crave the like. I still crave salt a little bit, and I don't crave the sweets as much. But now I'm craving like good for you foods, like fruits and protein, and Chinese. I know Chinese is not that great, but for you. But if you're on a high protein diet like I am, it's actually really an amazing, you know, meal to have. You know, I can't wait till post-op and where I can start eating chicken and cashews again from my favorite restaurant. You know, but instead of getting the large, I'll be getting the small with leftovers. You know, and so I mean, it's definitely a lot to take in. And I mean, there are times that I do think about, you know, I do think about, um, you know, post-op and what's going to happen, and will I ever be able to eat a burger again, or will I have to go to, like, if I go to Burger King, okay, will I get a salad, or will I be able to actually have like those, you know, mini burger toppers, or even homemade burgers? Will I ever be able to, you know, will I ever be able to eat tater tot casserole? Which is probably the most redneck fattening thing on the planet, but it's so freaking good. Um, so I mean, it's a lot, and I get scared, and it's like I want to run right out the door and get a hoagie or get a burger, and what stops me is, one, I'm completely broke, all of my bills are paid, so I'm like, yeah, you know. And then I just look at myself in the mirror, and I can already see where my stomach has gone down, where my hips have gone down, where my thighs have gone down. That is my phone. I am so sorry. Um, where, you know, where everything, where I just feel, you know, so good and so proud of myself, and everybody else is proud of me, and they tell me all the time, like, this is by far not something that people are like, well, you really shouldn't do. That people that actually know me and know the hell that I've been through in my life. I was fat in high school. I was bullied tremendously, and one of the girls that had bullied me in high school, I saw her at the local arts fest, and she's fat now too. And it's like, fine, we've got equal playing ground for now, and and that just pushes me that much more to be able to go to my 10-year reunion and be thin, go to my 20-year reunion and still be thin, and go to my 50-year reunion and still be thin and still be healthy. Um, I want to be able to see my new cousin. I just found out that my cousin's girlfriend, who's also my best friend, is pregnant. Don't worry, it's Facebook official. I'm not spoiling anything. And so, you know, I'm going to be able to see them grow up, see the children that I've already got in my life grow up. And it's a blessing. It really is. My grandfather died when he was 86, and I want to try to make it to 100. I know that sounds terrible, but I do. I want to try to make it to 100. I mean, even this, like I used to have a really big double chin just sitting like this, and it's gone. Like, well, almost gone. But, you know, I used to, you know, I can't even do it anymore. But I used to, you know, I used to have a you know, hanging right there, and I don't anymore. And it's just, and once you start, like, the hardest few pounds are the toughest to get off. But once you start and you actually bring into your, you know, the exercise and the you know, the calorie counting and the carb counting, and it's a lot of math, and I suck at math, but I have my fitness pal. I mean, this is my phone. Okay, wait, right there, you can't see it. Okay, right there, that little app right there is my fitness pal. So no matter where I go and what I do, it keeps me honest, which is what I need. And I'm using this gastric bypass as not a miracle solution, even though it is kind of my miracle. It's a tool. It is not a cure-all. You've still got to put in the work, and they give you the 6-month processing to begin that, you know, to begin that work, and to begin that, you know, that steps, to those steps, and they work with you every step of the way. And if you have a setback, they, you know, they step back with you, and it's tremendous how much work and how much effort that they put in to match the effort and the work that you put in. Um, I really could not have done it without the family and support that I've had. I cried the first time. I didn't cry in front of my dad, but the first time my dad said that he was really proud of me and that he loved me, um, on the way home from one of the appointments in Danville, which is where I'm having the surgery. Um, I got home and I just sat down and I cried because him and my grandfather, who passed away in April, were both very much, you don't, you know they don't really say that they're proud of you a whole lot. They're very typical men like that, I suppose. And it was the most amazing thing on the planet to hear him say that he was proud of me because I was being so proactive about my health. So I also have a Facebook account. If you that has My Facebook has an album for weight loss. The photos before and after. They will be taken a couple times a month after the surgery. If you would like to friend me on Facebook, please send me a message and I will send you the Facebook address. Um, I've had some creepers lately, especially from out of the country. And I don't want to deny your friend request if you're really interested. I just need to know who you are first, because I don't really talk to anybody on Facebook out of the country, because that's like my circle of friends and networking. Um, and I, yeah, it's for me, it's a safety thing because I'm getting like the real creepers. Um, but anyway, so I love you all. I will see you on the other side of the surgery. And if you have any questions, please email me, message me on here. I'll include my info and the information, or my contact information, and down here, right here. And so yeah, I'm an open book. I will answer all of your questions honestly, and if I can't answer them, I'll give you links to places that can. So on the other side.